Hello, mate. You must be Guy.
Yep, I am. How you going?
Good, mate. No issues finding the practice.
No, that was fine.
Awesome stuff, mate. Here's a little bit more about the role itself. So here at NatureCare, we value a natural, ethical ways of healing and strive to create a strong therapeutic relationship between naturopath and patient. So as you have seen on the ad, I'm getting quite busy at the moment. So firstly, let's start by asking you, do you have any daily self-care rituals? And if so, what do they consist of?
Yep, I like starting my day off with a run or some stretching. That just helps me get my head in the right place to have a positive day. And I also make a point to write in my journal, not every day, but regularly, because I find writing down my thoughts and emotions, I can see them from a different perspective, and it lets me process and understand what I'm doing or why something is making me feel a certain way, can either be good or bad. And to relate that to clinic, using reflection after a difficult session or after any session for that matter would be a self-care mechanism for me because it helps me acknowledge the experience and just let go of just that interaction and be clear-headed for the next client.
Awesome, mate. Yeah, I agree. So how would you utilize these self-care skills to expand and grow areas of potential improvement?
Well, consciously reflecting on negative outcomes and negative feelings definitely helps me see the areas of myself that need improving. For example, if I notice myself having judgmental thoughts, I'll try and mentally correct myself and then just think about why that happened and if it was useful or not. Um, so journaling really helps that for me. And an area for development would be that I tend to second guess myself sometimes, just because I know there's sometimes a deeper meaning to why I'm thinking or saying something. So but then that can also be a strength as well, because that allows me to look for additional meaning in what a client is telling me. So that comes as a result of developing my understanding of myself and helps me relate to the client. So if I do get the feeling that there's something more that the client, more to what the client is saying, I might ask an open-ended question just to give them some space and express what they might have just under the surface.
Awesome, mate. So what interpersonal skills have you developed from previous jobs, previous experiences, and how would you apply these skills to a clinical setting?
Being clear and to the point is something that I've been developing, which I find useful to minimize any misinterpretation in what you're saying, which is definitely important when you're communicating with other health practitioners, just to stay clear and to the point. And also giving instructions to the client for taking supplements or herbal mixtures. You can't really have your instructions being misinterpreted. Also, paraphrasing what a client has said demonstrates that I understand what they're saying and give them the opportunity to correct me if I have misunderstood. Reflecting feelings back in a conversation, I find that helpful to confirm my understanding of what the client is feeling. And I really think that understanding is a vital part of the relationship between the client and practitioner.
I
So
totally,
yeah, I
sorry.
also try to be mindful of my body language. That's one other thing, just to portray a relaxed and open energy and notice anything that their body language might possibly hint to me about how they're feeling.
I totally agree, mate. Why is it important to have a strong therapeutic relationship with a patient, and how would you use this relationship to change unhealthy patterns in their life?
Well, building a strong therapeutic relationship, I see that it helps the client have trust that the priority and focus is on them and their health and improvement, and that they can trust me as a practitioner to have their best interests at the forefront. And I find having their trust really helps when it comes to education on what a healthy lifestyle is and also explaining how treatments work. But also, they have to trust you and feel comfortable to express their concerns and any additional aspects of their life that may be having negative effects on them that they wouldn't necessarily express to just anyone. So that trust is important to gain that information. And I find active listening very effective to building that therapeutic relationship. Because if a client doesn't feel like you're listening, then they'll obviously withdraw quite quickly and feel unimportant, or that you don't care or you don't understand what they're going through, which would be a significant obstacle to their healing.
Awesome, mate. Yeah, there's some really valid points there. So I'll definitely get back to you in the next couple of days. Yeah, have a really good afternoon and see you later.
Awesome. Thanks very much. See ya.
Bye.